second map, second match, second day here at DreamHack Masters in Marseille. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Invite all your friends, get them watching. It's been a while since we've had just a Counter-Strike tournament with this many top teams in, where it's so unsure who's going to be winning it. Everything is open, it feels like. It's just been great already, and it's only going to get better from here on out.
That being said, I think most people, if they had to pick a favorite, would be putting Mousesports probably in that spot.
Yeah.
To take this tournament. I know a couple of the analysts have them kind of slotted into that role. We'll see how it pans out. Still early days at DreamHack Masters. And NiP pushing forward, already starting to take a decent amount of control over towards the A bomb site. And Oscar, the timing, he's going to fall all the way back. Doesn't want to mess with anyone. He was the only one here at the A side of the map. So now that reinforcements are there, he's going to sink into the site. And actually, NiP looks like they want to just roll over and blow up on B. They have no utility, so once they're spotted, they have to go forward. And even so, they haven't been seen yet, but it's just never going to slow down. Draken with a slow slide towards the bomb site. Rops' position is given up.
Oh, Stiko has to hit these first shots, otherwise he's going to get run down. That's a good shot from Rops, but Stiko's gone. Next in line, Rops has to come up big, and he's just going to get run down. Forrest will pick him up. Chris with 2 great headshots, and just like that, Draken is alone behind the box. 1 versus 3, and they're coming in from every angle. He's going to fight his way out, get 1 kill at least. He's out in the open. He can't overextend. He must use this box as cover for as long as he possibly can. Bomb nowhere near ticked enough. Draken fighting for his life, and they're going to come for him. Both at the same time, jumping on top, and Sunny will take him down. And a little bit of a laughter coming out there. Mousesports pick up the round. That was a little bit intense at the end.
It almost felt sloppy that they weren't able to clean him up earlier, but in the end, it doesn't matter. You're exactly right. You could see once he falls into the water, he's just trying to stall for time. He knows he can't get both of the kills. But there was just too much time still left on the bomb, and a lot of that, they had the bomb site. They got the kills they needed. It was when they try to swing in towards water. These kills right here, 3 players just go down immediately. 2 of them to Chris. Obviously, brilliant shots, great shots.
Oscar, you soulless human being. Why have you picked up the auto shotgun again?
I like it. Gutright's got the dualies. I love that.
See if it's going to pay off. He's got caught a little bit with the flash in his eyes.
Yeah, it wasn't very fair.
I feel like if NiP get killed more to this shotgun, it's just going to be like, come on, man, like, you know.
Yeah.
It's not a good feeling.
I wonder. I mean, obviously at this point, like you can get away with it because, you know, lack of armor. You're going against some easier opponents, some easier kills. But when the guns actually come out, like in the next round, where is he going to take this? Is it going to be the same spot again? Hearing some footsteps, still not pouncing. He wants them to walk into his crosshair, into his trap. Nade's going to clean out res, and still Oscar hasn't moved from his perch.
Yeah, he doesn't really want to do the long-range fight at all, which you can't really blame him for. Oh, Chris will steal it. Oscar's not going to be happy. In fact, he's hunting him with a knife afterwards.
Well, 2-0. Here comes the buy. Plant in the first round. Very, very small investment for NiP in the previous. That's a great drink of water. Looks good doing that.
Just gotta stay hydrated, you know?
Yeah.
Never know when you're gonna need to cry a little bit later on. Don't wanna run out of tears. It's the 3rd round. AKs all around for NiP. That auto shotgun can really backfire in certain scenarios. Like, there are definitely portions of this map where the range is going to be too long for it to handle. On Nuke, you can almost always get within shotgun range, right? Like, you can just sort of play most of the close ranges. No flashbang coming in for NiP instead. Just going to be the straight-up fight, and Oscar's still here. There's the auto shotgun chewing up Forrest. He's going to try and switch it up. Oh, Oscar a little bit slow to realize. And Dennis will pick up the kill. That's very important.
That's a big frag for Dennis to get. That also gives him complete control of bathrooms and forces the rotation from Sunny and Chris.
Look at Robs.
Yeah, he's pushed all the way out, so he's getting a ton of information, and he can continue wrapping forward. The tough part is that forces Chris at a certain point with Rops having, when he gets to a certain point in this flank, which is pretty much right now, Chris has to be the one to watch B because they can just go down the stairs and actually hit up towards sandbags. So it still spreads the defense out. This flank actually, now that Rops has paused, it actually doesn't gain them a whole lot. And in some ways, it's actually making their defense weaker.
Yeah, right now, the only thing it seems to be doing is telling Sunny, look, they might all be on you. But it's like, yeah, but I'm still alone. So that information doesn't help me all that much.
It doesn't actually allow them to cheat anyone over. And this is, I think, Sunny's going to get... No, he's not even going to get that. And now, because of the flank as well, Rops is so far away from being able to recover, and so is Chris. So that flank really needed to continue moving forward. might cost them a round here.
Yeah, I question that that decision as well. I feel like if that kind of flank, if he stops and it allows them to put more people on A so that they can be sure about that, then that's fine. But you're absolutely right. They had to cut Chris the other way. Draken going to be taking the kill on Chris. He's Rob's. Just good shot on Get Right, but there's no way that he's going to find the last two members in time anyway. So going to have to back off, and NiP are on the board early on. Not bad at all.
It's going to be an early decision for Mousesports as well. Oscar's got 3,500, so does Robs. Chris J's right at 3,000, but the other two players are below 500, so they're going to have to make a call if they want to invest this early on. I think they will.
Yeah.
Especially because Robs can drop that AK over. So yeah, certainly, they're going to be able to have 4 rifles. But a chance for an early reset for NiP, and very nice early buy for them on the 3rd round with that plant and the pistol. And they're going to go right back to the AKs, and yeah, we're going to see a scout onto Oscar. So going away from the shotgun for just a moment.
He's just a man of different talents, isn't he? In fact, he's going to throw that scout over to Chris instead and get traded for the AWP, I guess. So a little bit of swapping around.
Yeah, very late in the game.
Yeah, a little bit worrisome. 4th round coming up here, though, and NiP still without their own AWP, which I don't think you necessarily need on the T side of Overpass. Like, you can play without it just fine. Flashbang to try and force Deco a little bit back. Hasn't really found the kill on him yet. CSET 75. Hard to hold this restroom's position if they're going to be coming a lot of people around the corner. Oscar, did he see anything? I'm not sure. He saw the leg there for sure, but unable to find a kill just yet. Still not too worried. Looking for the kill, but not getting it. Now NiP, are they going to try and push this? Grenade does minimal damage. Deco still goes down, and Sunny's going to be next in line. Feels like they had everyone here, Mousesports, and it's not enough to hold NiP back. And Oscar, no chance against that many players. Great double kill for Res. And that will be Robs again, left saving the AK.
A bit crazy, actually, that Mousesports wasn't ready for that kind of hit from NiP, because they knew it was coming the whole way. They had plenty of players aggressive in bathrooms, whether it was Oscar, whether it was Stico, who was able to spot it out and just kind of say, yeah, NiP's pressuring this area of the map, and they still can't handle the hit coming in, and a couple players left out in the open. Nice find from NiP, and there's that heavy investment early on for Mousesports, going for something that's a little bit busted and trying to return the favor, not able to make it work. Oscar, you can see, has got 1,200, so he's saving up that next buy that they want to have. He wants that AWP. For NiP, with all 5 players surviving, that's very nice.
Yeah, they're going to be happy. This is a much better start than it was on either of the halves on Nuke, really. So,
yep.
Especially because, for once, Mousesports are the ones that get to feel what it's like not having any money to play with.
And they haven't really been punished by the shotgun yet, which is always a good thing.
Yeah, it must be strange for Oscar especially. He's used to rolling around, you know, he's just going to buy another Nova. Come on, man. What's the matter with him? Why is he like this?
It's one of those things where, like, I mean, you should know, it's almost like become a little bit of like a meme, and he just feels like he's got to go back to it, right? He's got to perpetuate the cycle.
If there's anything that I learned in 2017, Moses, that you don't play with meme magic. Just don't leave it alone, because once it's unleashed, it's the power that can't be controlled. No human being can... Oh, they've got the swing going on, yes! This is brilliant. They actually did it, Moses.
Yeah,
I actually made people do that work, which is completely useless from the first game that we had on Overpass. Brilliant job, DreamHack. That's just wonderful.
You know, someone went to the cameraman. He was like, "Listen, Anders really wants you guys to record the swing," and he's just like, "Are you kidding me?"
Yeah, you know what he's like when we don't do what he says. And it's not worth it. So just, I know it's stupid, but just.
You know what he's like when he doesn't get his tuna pizza. You might as well do the swing. Make sure everything operates smoothly, and the shotgun goes down.
Can somebody get me a tuna pizza? Actually, I like that. Right, I'm just making that order, Moses, while we're casting. It's gonna be another great round here for NiP. The Nova shotgun gets shut down. What's your favorite, the Auto or the Nova?
The what? The Auto or the Nova?
Yeah.
I like the sawed-off.
Nice.
And I like the Mag 7.
Oh,
I don't like the other two options.
That's really strange. Rob's gonna be going down. And again, you don't like chocolate cake, so I actually think your opinion on almost anything is just invalid. You're wrong by default at this point.
Yeah.
I think the Nova shotgun's really, it's got like a nice feel to it. It's got that like get off my porch kind of feel.
Scoots feel?
Yeah. I bet Scoots has an overshot gun.
There's no way.
You don't think so?
No.
I like that. Someone should Photoshop Scoot sitting in his
In his rocking chair on the front porch.
chair, yeah.
Well, here we go. Molotov out deep, trying to, that misses. They wanted to stop them, and actually you can see Dennis, he hesitates because he knows that Molotov is designed to keep them stuck in the choke point, so he knows there's going to be aggression, but not able to handle it, and Oscar once again, a shotgun in his hands.
This is nowhere in the Counter-Strike playbook. He's just, I think this is I mean, I am complaining a lot, but this must be so frustrating for NiP because the game gets twisted a lot behind it. Doesn't work out this time, and they're going to be excited about that. Finally, they found a way to shut down Oscar just a little bit. But all of the things that NiP have planned for this tournament, when Oscar goes and plays like this, it all just gets warped a little bit, and it's really annoying, obviously. Robs is going to be taking a kill there on Get Right, but still not looking too good for Mousesports here in this round. Stiko and Robs, how do they play together when they're this far away? Like, what do they do? Hold a bomb site each or go and back each other up?
I think you go hold a bomb site each, and you can try and rotate back into it, or you just have to play a position far, far back, like Stiko is right now, making sure he can't get punished. You spotted things out, and that allows Rops to rotate in. Rops as well is playing pretty far back at B, so we can have a very quick response to anything that happens at the other bomb site. So they played it pretty well. The question becomes 35 seconds, so there's plenty of time for NiP to go back towards the other bomb site. So Mousesports has to think about that. Do they just stick here at A? And the answer obviously is going to be yes, now that Molotovs are out. And Rez takes off Rops' face. There goes Stiko as well. So 4-2 now for NiP, and it's Mousesports who can't get anything going on this CT side, can't build up any money. I do think it's like the aggression from Oscar has got to be annoying to have to deal with, but I think NiP is going to be fine with it because once you know he's starting to play like that level of insanity, like I can guarantee you when you get the kill, when they get the kill on Oscar in that previous round after they hear the shotgun, they're just like, yeah, this idiot's going to keep buying shotguns, we'll just keep taking him down, like who cares?
Yeah, and if you get to that level, I mean the problem is on Nuke they didn't, right?
Yeah, right.
But if you get to that level, then absolutely you're just enjoying it.
No, but on Nuke you can like sit back with a shotgun and wait for someone to come into a narrow choke point. On Overpass here, you can see you actually have to kind of overextend a little bit in most situations, so much easier to punish that kind of a buy, much easier to deal with. Question becomes, is anyone on Mousesports at one point? I mean, we've seen them all like smiling and laughing and everything like that, but does anyone just say, all right, Oscar, we've all had a bit of fun, we've all had a beer, let's everyone get off the shotguns.
Yeah, it's been too much of a crazy ride at this point, maybe.
No more argy-bargy.
I mean, the flip side, obviously, it puts some pressure on the rest of the team, right? And
yeah.
When you lose that one player at the beginning of the round, you know, oh man, another 4 versus 5. They had a bit of a setup over by the restrooms with a grenade, and the rest of the team were there. Nobody showed up, so I guess they're just gonna have to save it a little bit. NiP about to be at 5 rounds with Forrest again leading the board, but Draken and Dennis are right there with him. This is an exciting start for the Swedish team.
Listen, if Oscar buys a shotgun in the next round when he can afford the AWP, I'm done. I might just walk into the other room and tell someone else to come fill in for me.
Yeah?
I might just call it a day. Because NiP hasn't had to go up against it yet, have they? Like, I think, who had the op? Well, he did have it 1 round in bathrooms. But that was it. That was all they had to worry about, was the 1 round with the AWP. So now we're about halfway through. They can get the op out for the 2nd time on Oscar. And this is going to be where you can start to see Mousesports surely going to be able to test him here.
Yeah. I have to admit, it's getting to me a little bit as well. Like I can't imagine what it's doing to NiP. It's wearing on my nerves mostly.
The least amount of money that anyone on NiP has, the smallest bank built up is 9,500 on Get Right. Everyone else is above 9,500. So I mean, Mousesports really hasn't done any damage, and like, you know.
Now 9,500, Moses. That's a good night out.
3. That is a very good night out. That's like top shelf tequila. 3 out of the 5-round winning streak that NiP is on have had all 5 players surviving. So I mean, just money is just being built up now. It's been too easy for him.
Yeah. Not something that NiP are exactly used to, but I think they'll take it. They're happy that this has gone the way that it has. I'd love to see a 3rd map right now. I feel like I haven't been watching NiP play nearly at all in the last year. I mean, once they sort of dropped out of the major circuit, it was just a bit weird. Oscar missing a shot. And otherwise, that could have been a really, really good way to save Stiko. He took a little bit of damage, putting out a couple of bullets through the smoke there. It was Draken, but nothing came of it. Now NiP, look at how much map control they have really, really early on.
This is really well managed from them to force the ops back without taking too much damage. Oscar misses a shot. That's not the greatest Molotov I've ever seen thrown. Ooh, awkward off angle. Dennis looking for the response. 3 players here from Mousesports. Sunny, Sticko, and Oscar. That is a very deadly trio. Rez and Draken sticking around towards long as Forrest, Get Right, and Dennis start working their way back towards B. And Draken again going to see the aggression, but not aware that Sticko's this close. And there's Rops with a kill and actually a dink out of Draken. Not too much damage. And Oscar still covering his teammates. And this is the kind of defense you want to see mounted. This is what it looks like when you get the AWP instead of the shotgun, is you can maintain this level of aggression. You can lure NiP into some mistakes, and look at the AWP towards the other side. Chris J, that's a mistake, and he could get punished, and he does. All of a sudden, the B bomb site is open for the taking. Everything looked good on A on the other side of the map, but here they've lost the plot.
Yeah, there were some really silly mistakes that we're not going to have to go through. Draken getting one more kill here, looking very good indeed. Making it a double. Now Sticko and Sunny trying to recover around that they had almost certainly won. It was just looking smooth. Sunny's the one who's going to have to try and open it up here. Walking in through the L bend, looking for an opening against Get Right. He's not going to make that one work. And Sticko has to run. Here's one reason why this is very silly.
Okay.
When they had that fight with the 3 men over at the restrooms, when they won that, they got 2 kills. Sunny actually kept pushing, so they knew that no one else was there. Sunny got all the information that no one else was from restrooms, so he would have made the call by then and said, listen, there's nobody else here. It's, 90% sure they're going to be at B bomb site. So those people down at B should not have been caught off guard at all. They should have been well aware. That's why they put out the smoke in the monster tunnel, right? But then they weren't prepared for the people who run through it, which I think is a mistake. Like, that should have been...
It looked like Chris J was pulling out a nade to throw to do something else to build upon that, and just an awkward timing, and then when he recovers, he kind of misses his shot, and then it's all over. Then he's pinned down, his teammate's dead, and he knows he's getting wrapped upon from 2 different angles. So, yeah, a bit of a tough spot for Mousesports to be in. A reversal of fortunes from Nuke. Sticko again is going to be aggressive. Sunny's brought down low, and Oscar still at top stairs, but he's going to have to give that up as his teammate falls back. NiP doing such a good job of not getting punished, not getting hurt early on in these rounds.
Well, let's just see. This is kind of a beginning. Everything that NiP could ask for. Didn't look like they had much of a say on Nuke, and I was starting to get very worried because they looked not happy looking at the cameras. They weren't looking excited at all. This is quite a different story. Mousesports going to be out of money if they lose this round. They've just lost 6 rounds in a row, and that'll wear on you a little bit. Sticko getting 1 good kill, even swapping out for the AK and falling back. That's not bad at all.
Oh, good find from Draken.
Wow.
Back for more. I think there's almost follow-up aggression. I don't know if he spotted Rops. Maybe not. Gotten into a new position, and here's a good fight. Rez pushing up now. Oscar, here's the footsteps, and this was what makes that part of the map so deadly. When Oscar's starting to feel, I think Draken definitely did see him. You could see he's considering the angle to the right. Can't unscope and rescope. He's got to just take this fight and pre-aim. The leg is shown first, but that's really well done from Draken. Good leg indeed, and Forrest now cutting off the flank. Sticko trying to hurry things up and not clearing all the corners. Bomb's going to get planted, and a huge advantage over to NiP, and Mousesports just can't catch a break at the moment.
No, they can't. Sunny standing up at the right time to take down Get Right. That was very fortunate with the FAMAS in the middle of that smoke. Still Forrest and Drake in the left, and this won't be easy at all. Mousesports need a win, and they need it right now here on the CT side. Drake looking the wrong way. Oscar going to be able to punish him, and now can Forrest stop it? He's going to take care of Sunny. Oscar with the return. No kit, though. I think he's going to have enough time anyway, yeah. So it will be a 3rd round for Mousesports. That's right on the edge, but they do win it.
And this isn't bad at all for NiP. They're still not... I mean, this is the frightening part of this is the reset, right? If Mouse can't build upon this one, because some of these players in NiP, as you mentioned, had 15K before they bought into this round. So plenty of economy that Mousesports still has a burn through, and NiP kind of has 2 to 3 rounds to play with, where even if they don't win, even if they just get those 3 kills and keep the economy low, keep them at the breaking point, and then all of a sudden they can swap it up. 2 UMPs and a scout. So not the strongest of all buys.
You don't want to see that when you win a round, right?
No, it hurts.
That's a little bit. But they do have a lot of grenades, so I think that's the trade that they made. Smooth surf down there for Get Right. They're through the monster tunnel, trading robs right away. Now, can they get the right grenades in? These grenades towards the L-bend are just great. Sunny isolated for a minute. He's still going to pick up the 1 kill. Gets a second as well. Looking for more. 10 bullets left for the UMP, and Draken is right there to take him down. No chance at all. That's a really important kill. Chris will win with the scout, leaving Draken alone. How do you get out of this?
Those are 2 really awkward fights for NiP. I forget who it was that was trying to spray through the corner of that wall over towards Sandbags, is outdueled by the UMP, and then also Forrest kind of trying to spam through the corner of his wall. It's this second one right here. Who is this? I think it's Resme or Dennis. Just swing and take that fight, and then the follow-up, you allow Chris J with the scout to keep reloading, and just a little bit scared to swing and actually get into the battle. Didn't look like Mousesports had any business winning that, but they're able to hold on. Now it gets a bit easier for them.
Yeah, the UMPs have been exchanged for
double up.
Double up instead. You like seeing that.
Great battle from Draken.
Yeah, he even jumped into the angle, which is...
Again, another situation I feel like maybe the Molotov throws Chris off.
I think it did, yeah. Very important frag. Taking away one of the AWPs there. Putting some pressure on. How do they respond to this, Mousesports? They're very spread out. Like, there's no chance that anyone from Mousesports could refrag or revenge a death here.
You're relying on Oscar, which is going to be difficult now because he's given up his position. So Draken doesn't even have to be aggressive. He just waits for his teammate to wrap around. And actually, they're just ignoring him. They're letting him be there. They're saying, whatever. We're just going to take over the bomb site. I don't think Mousesports has realized what's happened yet. They're worried about this aggression out towards long. They're worried about Draken, who is patiently slow playing this. And Rez wraps around the double kill. Seals it in NiP's favor, swings it in that direction, and Mousesports, Rops and Sunny just have to sit this round out. They can't do anything.
That was a great decision coming out of the NiP team right there.
Yeah.
And that, I mean, I think, because we talked about them, you know, being a little bit scared maybe, or not willing to sort of commit to anything. So I really like seeing that kind of, you know, instant call. They know where he is, they know he's isolated, and they just go for it without much of a hesitation.
Sunny's got to try and fight for his life, but Rops is here to help out, and actually that's a good dink, and now NiP might want to back away. Yeah, they have a lot of money, but don't want to give it all up. Thankfully, they come out on the winning end of this as Rez gets involved in the fight, although he's not expecting Sunny to this angle, and free kill for Sunny, a double for him in the round, and a losing effort. NiP growing this lead on the T side 7-4 now. And what could Mousesports fight with? They kind of have to buy. It's going to be another beat-up purchase, though.
7-4 is quite a bit below what Mousesports were already hoping for in the first half here. The auto shotgun has gone away, the Nova shotgun's gone away. You could tell that Oscar is sort of feeling the pressure a little bit too. It's
also not just the shotguns, but this is kind of an interesting buy that he has. You can see he's really prioritizing the economy later into the game, as he still has $2,300, but he's not bought any nades or any kit. So making sure that he'll be able to have the op when they need it.
Oh, that's such a big double find there. MP9 to the face of Forrest, and Get Right, and Sunny sneaking in behind and getting a huge frag as well on Rez. That's the kind of opening Mousesports have been just longing for the longest time. And Dennis and Draken should have almost no way out of this. As long as Mousesports plays smartly. It's a good Molotov there to force out Sunny. It's not going to make a difference, though. He's going to find at least one more kill. It could have maybe been the third one. 1 health left on Draken.
Just a matter of time. Rups knows exactly where he is, so everyone's going to be zoned in on this position. There it goes. Mousesports and their SMGs and their shotguns and all the weird weapons. Just somehow make it work. I don't know. This one right here. It's actually forced forward by a Molotov, which is crazy to think that NiP wasn't ready for that kind of a play, right? Because when you throw the Molotov, you're saying, okay, he either burns or he gets out of the Molotov, and does exactly what they want him to. They just can't win the fight.
It's also probably, I think, partly due to the fact that he's sort of stumbling down the
stairs.
Stumbling down the stairs.
Here we go. 7-5 as Mousesports making this one a close game. So a couple times you felt like they were just going to collapse. But they've been able to win some low buys, some sketchy buys, some awkward buys.
Yeah, it's really kept them viable in the game. I mean, otherwise, I think this would have been a really, really quick first half. Still competitive, of course. 2-round gap between the teams right here, and I think another big chance to close out the economy, but they themselves are running out of money, so hard to say how this will all turn out. Oscar with the AWP, certainly ready for it. Oh no! Bullet goes right through Dennis' legs, and that's going to be a swift kill for Dennis. Very important opening, and they're not going to slow down. Look at this aggression coming out, rushing down. Stiko's next in line. Brilliant double opening for Dennis, doing everything he can for his team right now.
Why did Stiko push forward? I thought he would have heard those footsteps coming up close to the bomb site. And again, yeah, just overwhelming power from NiP. And a follow-up from Get Right as Sunny just peeks and offers his head, and Rops now has to try and get away. They're going to hunt him down, though. It's a nice round from NiP. 3 kills on Dennis.
Yeah, and another one of those situations where once they see the opening, they really go for it.
Yeah.
I agree, though. Stiko probably should have been able to hear it. But still a pretty good choice for the Swedish side. Question is, can they get the last 2 as well? 10-5 would be... you could make a strong case that they should win the map if they can get that kind of first half score.
NiP, if they get up to 10, yeah. They absolutely... you can't ask for a whole lot more on the T side, especially when you lose pistol round, right? Like, to have a 10-5 lead after losing pistols is almost negates the fact that you lost that. That's a big round. Missed shot from Oscar here. He's had a couple of those, and that might be the big one that sealed it. That was kind of the signal to go. But good round from Dennis, leading them to victory, just making them push forward and kind of leading the way. Double op setup again for Mousesports. Despite some of their economic struggles, they've been able to find this setup quite frequently.
Yeah, it's really because they're not afraid to mix in, like, you know, the odd MP9, the CZ75 from us. Like, you said it earlier, they just use every gun that they can. Well,
and also Oscar saving money on that buy. The opt armor with no utility, so he still had 2,000 left in the bank, allows him to continue to have this weapon, even in the tight scenarios when you gotta tighten up the belt.
14th round, nearing the end of the first half here. Chris and Oscar both have the AWPs sort of in the same area of the map, which is a little bit interesting. No rifles there to help them out.
Yeah, Stiko's got great knowledge and great space, though. Good pick for Chris.
That's the bomb.
Yeah, that's the opposing op down as well. And NiP, much like last time, they're just going to keep pushing up the other side where the op isn't to take over the bomb site. And this flank could be a disaster for NiP.
Yeah, this could get way out of control. Stiko, let's see what the timing is going to be like. Oscar going to get 1 kill on Dennis before he finally goes down. Rez quick with the headshot to return it. Chris is coming out, though. Get Right's hiding in just a perfect corner, and that's going to be a free kill, no problem. Not going to spot anyone else out, but Stiko finally coming in. Oh, no! He chokes it up just a little bit, and now he has to get the kill. Get Right will take him down. That is going to be hard to come back from. Robs now with a kill on Rez. It's still a 2-on-2, but Stiko not going to forgive himself anytime soon for letting go of that one. Can they get the defuse in? Robs and Sunny here. A lot riding on this from Mousesports. Flick not connecting for Forest, and Sunny with an important kill. Now he's on the bomb, and Get Right's running in. He's quite far away. Robs unable to actually cover him from this angle. There's still 4 seconds left. He might be going down, and there's Get Right stopping the bomb plant, or stopping the defuse, sorry. Robs, it doesn't even matter. He's going to get it, but no time left. They just did not know where Get Right was coming from.
I didn't think Get Right was going to be able to get there in time. When you looked at the bomb plant on the other side, it was just like, oh god, he's got to really kind of hustle, and he's got to put himself into a really tough spot to get that diffuser. But the knowledge of that plant and coming out towards long really went well. So Get Right's going to clutch out a 1 versus 2 with the benefit of the clock. A little bit of help from his friends. 9-5. And NiP almost taking that big lead that we just talked about. 2 pistols to go against, but we've seen Mousesports, they have good plans to overcome these odds. And the op's still in Oscar's hands. I'm actually dumbfounded how he's able to continuously have this gun.
Yeah, it's kind of a mystery, isn't it? Like, how does he...
It's craziness.
Where does the money come from?
Here's some of the trouble that Mousesports has encountered, though. They haven't really been able to stop NiP from getting into the bomb site. They haven't had too many clean wins throughout this half. There's been 7 rounds won by bomb explosion for NiP, and 2 of the rounds that Mousesports have won have been with diffuses. So, I mean, 9 total rounds that we've seen a bomb plant so far.
Shot, Oscar. That 1 AWP really paying off once again. Probably could have won that last round. with Chris and Oscar both finding a couple of good shots, but it wasn't enough. See in the 15th if it's going to make a big difference. And Sunny walking away, in fact. So this is going to be a little bit interesting. If Forrest goes out to sort of to clear this out, is he going to provide his team with false information, saying, "Oh, no one's in connected, don't worry." In fact, they're going to get flanked instead.
This is where you'd hope that experience comes into play. It won't matter if the speed is picked up. If they go right now, they found a little bit of a pocket, but he's going to turn the corner. He'll have a shot at long range. Might not be the most effective with the CZ, but yeah, he's done the great damage onto Get Right, but he hasn't taken anyone down, but it does make it awkward. And now this becomes such a tough take for NiP, and they make it work across the board. 4 quick kills, and now they know where Oscar is. Bomb getting planted. His only chance is to stop it through the edge of the box. It's not going to happen. They get to that 10-5 lead.
Very, very well done. That's going to be an overpowering win in the first half for NiP. Obviously, second half going to be coming up. But not before we check in with Stunner, who's live with us. Let's check it out.
Live with us indeed. Thank you, NN and Momo there. Of course, if I stand here long enough, I will know that the meddling kids in the ninjas of pajamas have stopped the shotgun of Oscar here on Overpass. The score's a little bit one-sided currently, and you can tell, though, these guys haven't lost any of their cool. They're still riding the wave, dare I say. I don't think the shotgun dream is exactly dead. Either way, Jason and Anders, take it away, fellas.
Thank you very much, Stunner, indeed.
Shotgun dream is never truly dead, is it?
Especially on the mind of Oscar. He's just waiting for someone to give him the word, get him to go.
Listen, you can say all you want about how cool it was to watch that on a nuke and how effective it was on nuke, but on this map, it seems to have put them in a hole. I mean,
yeah.
He spent the first 6 rounds buying that weapon.
It did backfire pretty heavily.
Yeah.
What would happen, Moses, if we had interest on the money you made in Counter-Strike? So if you had like 5,000, you saved it, it would like build up over time.
What if like every run you got 10% interest? In
Yeah.
I don't know.
You could gamble on buying less and then saving a little bit. And then
Don't give him any ideas.
I'm just asking you questions, Moses. Just trying to start a conversation, you know.
Didn't we? Yeah. Let's just move past that.
Fair enough. We do have a pistol round coming up, so that's a good reason to focus on the. Oh my God! What's happening? What even happened, Forrest? Falling back into the site, looking for another shot, but he's eventually going to get taken down. Sunny with 2 kills in return.
I've never seen someone do a barrel roll from getting shot in the head.
That is outrageous. 10 out of 10 on that landing. Now it's going to be 2 versus 3. Draken with a critical kill, taking down Robs. It's still a 2-on-2 with the bomb down. Sunny and Stiko trying to hold on to it. If Mousesports can win this pistol, maybe there's a chance. Stiko a little bit paranoid. Sunny's going to go down, and what a great retake. NiP making it work once again. I'm going to have to see a replay of that.
Slow motion.
Yeah,
put it in reverse.
Get your scorecards out, Moses. We're gonna have to see some full-on acrobatics. This is wild, wasn't it? Okay, here it comes.
This is so weird. I wasn't expecting it. What a narrow angle to have in a pistol round as well. The face plant as well.
Right into the concrete.
Yeah.
That's why you gotta wear a helmet, ladies and gentlemen. That's
Ooh, a barrel roll.
Yeah. That's
some Starfuck stuff. 11-5. NiP. Remember, they lost the pistol in the first half as well. They get 10 rounds after losing pistols. That's a phenomenal half that probably we haven't given them enough credit, even though we have talked about how well they played. Draken got to be careful as he starts to run low on ammunition. Going to go for the reload and fall back. Another M4 to help him out here at Bathrooms. And the range of these weapons going to keep them in safety. And Mousesports going to go for that 3rd round buy, much like NiP did in the first half.
Yeah. And, I mean, that 3rd round buy is not going to be their only chance, but we're getting really close to that being true, though. Nice shot from Oscar. Take care of Draken, no problem. Rez going to try and fall back. Oscar can at least recover the M4, but the fact that they don't have any armor means it still won't be easy. Just trying to see if he could find his way through. Can he jump over the smoke to see in? That's actually very smart, but Rez saw it.
It did seem smart for just a half second, didn't it?
Yeah, I like the idea. Dennis is walking in behind with a UMP. Oh, got to be very careful here. Almost getting hunted down. Still, the time that's left and the fact that they don't have the armor means eventually this kind of aggression is going to It's going to fall flat, I think, for Mousesports.
Well, I mean, the big test now, I mean, that M4, they would love to salvage it. And you could see, I think, GetRight's actually turning around to go back towards the M4. Rez can't get in another fight. He's brought down low 9. So is Dennis. GetRight can't win that. Great control from Chris. He's going to try and get the bomb planted. And it's an admirable effort. Almost actually came out. The fact that they do take one M4 away is pretty nice for Mousesports. Here comes the buy. AK's on the board. That was great spray control from Chris. Gonna get right. I think he's gonna be scratching his head.
Yeah, that seemed like a certain win. Another bomb plant would have been great for Mousesports. Could have given them a little bit more utility to work with. Ultimately, though, this is maybe one of the last chances they'll have to really put up a fight here on Overpass. How Draken has turned it around, Moses. I love this. Giving him a taste of their own medicine. If he could just find Oscar, well, he's already dead, so I guess he can't this round, but that would be perfect, wouldn't it?
Oh, it'll be all about this boost. He could actually get a double kill if he's able to make this happen. When does he have the nerve? I think he's actually waiting patiently still in drop, even though there's no smoke at this point. It's GetRight who has him in that next angle. If they fall down off this, he'll hear it. Might not be expecting this. Him and Draken really are going to have to work together.
Oh.
Gives it up. There's the peek from GetRight. That's the bomb as well. And do they break up the stack to try and punish this? Because he knows they're there, and they're not doing it. Sonny's still hoping someone will wander in, and there's the shotgun. It goes down just as useless as Oscar was in the first half.
Yeah, but Rez is still holding on that connector side. And Chris going to be gone. Rez heading a lot of headshots, I feel like, in the last 10 rounds or so. He's been really stepping it up.
Also just straight up being a nuisance now, isn't he? Rotating through T-spawn, he's going to have a flank. So Mousesports, even if they have success, they'll have to turn around and have the knowledge very quickly. Good kill from Sonny. The impact on him. The bomb is dropped again. Rez is going to start speeding up his flank. Rops is in a 1-on-2, but he's got to take this fight, and he gets it. GetRight didn't buy for any time, and now Rob's booking it over towards A. He might have found the one way to win this round, but Rez reads it as well.
Yeah, and it's a really good read to run the other way. That's going to be a little bit tricky now. Rob's going straight for the plant behind the truck, and can he be in position? Oh my god, out of the open, that's so scary. Normally, you want to find out where the CT player is, you want to get some sort of info. Just a straight up battle, and Robs comes out heavily on top, instant headshot. And that will be another round here for Mousesports.
Oh, GetRight went down so fast there. He's going to be upset that he died so quickly. And yeah, I think Rops might have heard a footstep, which allowed him to react in that direction just quick enough. Look at this buy from NiP. Not able to continue, not able to build. Neither team able to get all 3 rounds after the pistol. So an op on Rez with no armor, a FAMAS on Dennis, and pistols purchased up. Everything invested and good start. Rez with the pickoff. And now GetRight up next. He's challenged. Brings Chris down low, and Forrest is here to clean it up, but he's got only so much HP to fight with.
Good stuff here for Chris. Picking up a double kill, making it a 3-on-3. NiP's buy shouldn't be good enough for them to win the round, but if they do it anyway, that's going to be a little bit tough on Mousesports. And there's Rez picking up one more kill. Robs, perfect headshot angle. As long as they don't have any, they have one flashbang to try and get rid of Robs here. And this, oh, it's going to be Rez instead. Just the peek comes in, and now Chris, one Molotov in hand. They don't have a kit, so if you can get it, if you can just buy a little bit of time and get it down perfectly, it might actually be enough. This Molotov might actually win the round for them. They have to wait it out. I don't think they have the kind of, oh, they've just picked up a kit, and Draken going to be running into the fire. Oh my god, that's unbelievably close. What a hero play coming in. If he waits for the fire the full way, I think they lose that round.
Oh yeah, no, he absolutely, they do lose if he waits for that flame, so he had to really gauge that. He thankfully had 100 HP, so not too much of a risk. But what a brilliant round from Rez. These picks he gets, I was thinking as well in the 3-on-3 when they're coming over, it's just like, all right, if they don't get a kill soonish, like in the next 5-6 seconds, they might just have to save in this round without any kits. And Rez delivers every single time. Beautiful job from him, 13-6. NiP turning the tables with a pretty scrappy buy there, showing they can claw themselves into it as well. And now the speed is being picked up from Mousesports. That's the bomb all on its own, and no trade comes through. Rez delivering again in this round. And the smoke is going to cover his retreat. Leg shot with the op, and Draken's able to clean it off with the deagle, and now Rez getting back into the action. The 2 young stars doing some work early on. Even though they both fall, they make things easy as Get Right cleans the remaining up.
Yeah, we've had a lot of talk about this Rez kid, Moses, but when he comes alive, he's really doing well. He's top of the scoreboard now at 19 kills, out-fragging everybody else.
Everyone in the server, yeah. Even actually Draken's out-fragging everyone else in the server outside of Rez, so 19 and 18 on those two guys. Good stuff. Forrest down at 12. He had that good nuke for NiP. He was about the only one.
Yeah, that's a good point. 14-6 here. NiP 2 rounds away for putting us on map number 3. Draken has already taken down Sunny. Mousesports have just had an absolutely miserable time playing on Overpass. They've had no money, and they've looked a little bit lost even.
And look at the difference in the NiP. I think that might be the big thing, not just some of the struggles of Mousesports, but NiP is just, with the kind of lead, with all the money, they're starting to be much more confident in the plays they make, much more willing to take fights and take risks. It's been a very different look to them. Rops in a 1 versus 3. Down to about half HP, but plenty of time. And now with this kind of open space on the map, and depending on what NiP chooses to do, it can just come down towards timing. If Rops catches one looking the wrong way at the wrong moment, all of a sudden he's got himself in a one-on-one. So NiP, this is where it comes in. How do you play these as these two guys? Do you split up? Do you stick together? And they choose to split. So you're going to have to play more passive at the bomb sites until you know exactly where Rops is coming to.
Problem for Robs is he doesn't really have that much time either. Opening the door, assuming they get... I'm not sure if they heard that on the other side. Might have been too far away.
They didn't, but they'll hear the smokes and the flashes. And Get Right's here to actually stop him to cross into the bomb site. Even Dennis, the double peek. Rops is hoping that those smokes will pull a rotation. Someone will push up to try and get a flank over towards A or trying to find out what's coming. But they're just both sitting there like a firing squad. Actually, they've moved it. Rops has found the timing to get the bomb planted, so he'll have a chance here. Although now he's made noise. Now they'll know, and the Molotov on Dennis is going to force him into the open. This is an unwinnable situation for Rops.
Yeah, it's a really, really good attempt. I mean, you could see the logic. You could see his mindset going into it. He needed something, and he didn't get it. Not this time. That's 15 rounds for NiP. Moving closer. This is turning into one hell of a convincing win as well.
Yeah.
15-6. I mean... They did say on the desk, they did warn us that this is one of the maps that Mousesports usually try and ban out if they can. So,
yeah.
Maybe we're seeing why.
Yeah, they haven't looked like they've had a great game plan for it. They did choose to ban Cash. Perhaps there was some respect to NiP on that map. But yeah.
Third map's Train, right?
Yes. I do love me some Train.
Oh, yeah.
Rez wants to get us there as well. Look at the aggression. Flashbang from his teammate. Misses the initial shots, but he's going to stick around. Smoke to cover his retreat. The tracers, and Draken almost finds him. Almost gets punished as well. This round is on a knife's edge, and Oscar with the scout is just burning into flames. Rez building upon it as well with the nade. NiP firmly in control, looking to take us to map 3.
Mousesports with no kills. Fallen back into the T-spawn, more or less.
NiP has no one at the B bomb site.
Yeah, that's a bit odd, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't see that every day. The old 5-on-3 gamble stack.
For no good reason. Just hoping. I'm kind of shocked that no one's at least keeping an eye on the tunnel. I guess Forrest is going to be there in a couple of seconds, but he might actually just be a second too late. So, a little bit odd, a little bit weird. Still, the retake should be good.
Yeah, they've pushed everyone on the map, so they know exactly where it's coming from. And yeah, Forrest does actually get here in time.
No grenades to clear out Forrest either. They're going to have to go and hard check it. Robs will do that. Going to be a big double kill coming in from him. That's very important. Molotov goes down, and Draken ready and waiting. Standing in the fire for a while. It's going to be Get Right to close out Chris J. Now Robs and Sunny holding on to the map if they can. 2 versus 3. NiP have everything they need to make this happen. There's Robs with one more kill. Somehow he's found a triple in this round. It's absolutely out of control. And Sunny, going to be long distance spray there, taking down Get Right. And Draken, somehow he's left alone in a 1 versus 2. It's not even clear how this has gone that much south for NiP. They should have won the map right here, right now. And instead, it's all going to fall apart. Robs with a quad kill. I can't explain that.
He's just showing off some of the skills that make him such an exciting player. A brilliant job. The presence of mind to clear out over towards the sandbags. Obviously, pretty popular spot to play, especially if you get the B bomb site for free. So immediate headshot onto Forest, the follow-up, and then the flank around through Monster. Keeping Mousesports in it for now, but they've got to win 8 more in a row.
It's a long road back for Mousesports. Absolutely. Slight helping hand by the fact that NiP only have USPs, so there's always that working for you. Robs is already, he's actually overtaking the scoreboard now, and he wanted to really style on them. He wanted all the kills here, and that, what's happening? Why has it gone so bad? Rez has picked up an AK, get right, looking for something. Oscar is low on health. I mean, Mousesports, out of all the ways you could potentially lose this map, this would be a very bad way to have it happen. Rez looking for that AK opening if he can. Just waiting patiently. There comes the spray. He's going to get double peeked instead, and that might just be enough. There's Stico with a kill on Get Right. I
was holding my breath that whole time. I think that's the result of a couple players not upgrading to head armor.
Yeah.
I would imagine.
I think that and just the confidence, you know. And this is fine.
It is Dennis, to be fair, which seems silly to say, but
pretty good with pistols is what you're trying to say.
He's not bad, yeah. Well, 15-8, Mousesports survive a scare. Going to go right back towards the old-fashioned B hit. Only 2 defenders, Get Right and Forest. It's a pretty shallow smoke they can get around. Jay and Stico right behind it. They come. Forest can't cover both the angles. So mistake in the smoke thrown, it actually gets punished. It's just too hard to cover all that. They're already deep out of that choke point. Rob's going to push forward, trying to make something happen, trying to keep his team in it. The Molotovs are holding NiP back. But it is a 3-on-3, and this is a retake they can actually challenge for.
Yeah, really good deep grenades coming out. Sunny going to win that fight against Rez. That's not bad at all. That clears out one part of the retake. So now the rest of NiP, I mean, they know exactly where they're coming from, and they'd have to walk through some pretty big choke points to try and make it work. So instead, NiP, just going to wait it out.
No kits either.
Ooh.
That's a great find from Oscar. Small mistake sticking around for Drake, and Dennis doing it as well, though, and he's going to miss the initial bullets, and Oscar looking swift now on some of those peaks, so Mal's not panicking quite yet. Still a long way to go. 6 rounds that they need to cover the ground. But another round where NiP is back onto the pistols. Just USPs for them as they're salvaging, saving everything they can.
I was kind of hoping for NiP's point of view that they would close out this map in style and confidence, you know, saying, listen, we can do this too, it's no problem, let's play the 3rd map and it'll be, we'll see who wins. But the longer this takes, I feel like the more NiP is going to have to spend maybe a bit more energy than they were looking for. Nice try to rush, and they got 1 kill on Sunny, who did take 2 in return. And Sunny's even been taken over by Robs, who's now at 24. Playing great game.
I mean, great to see him bounce back from Nuke.
Yeah.
Really, really cool to see. Now the question becomes, who's going to step up for NiP to close this out? It was what? It was 15-7 at one point, right?
I think so, yeah.
15-6,
So it's been quite a comeback. Yeah. I'm gonna have to put my money on Rez. I just feel like he's been doing a great job over by Restrooms Connector. This time though, it looks like it's gonna be more B focused. So NiP. It's been a little while now. Oh god, last couple of bullets there in this burst coming right through. Forest goes down. Dennis tries for the transfer. The bomb is there, and they definitely know it. Get Right, smartly falling back, and there's Drake and getting caught by Sunny. And we're back in a 2-on-2. Oscar misses the chance, and he should be going down. Oh no! Get Right was out of bullets. Otherwise, that would have been a clean kill. That might just make a bit of a difference. Sunny gonna go for the peak here, but Get Right doing a great job, and it's gonna be a 2-for-1 at the end. Finishing out the game, 16-10. And we're gonna go to map number 3, ladies and gentlemen. That was a little bit scary towards the end, but they made it work.
They just had way too many rounds. It was actually 15-6 at one point. So wow. I mean, that's just way too much to ask for a comeback. Really good recovery from NiP in this map because they looked hopeless on Nuke and able to put together a full game plan here on Overpass where they were just as dominant on this map. And it seems like Mousesports, I mean, we're just going to harp on it one last time, I think, before we move on, is that shotgun buy from Oscar seemed to really put him in a hole. Great on Nuke. I don't want to see it on Train.
You don't?
I don't. Maybe in ladder.
You're going to see it in Moses. It's going to happen. I can already guarantee it.
I can't have any victories in life, can I?
No. Well, you've had a couple. And
I
that was
did,
too much even, so.
Yeah, just the major win. Wasn't even my
Yeah,
victory.
now the universe is going to have its revenge.
Cool.
Yeah, we're going to go over to the desk and check it out. Alex, oh, we're going to go to commercial break, in fact. Sorry about that.
I knew that. You did.
You know, I'm just
Great
messing
mistake
around.
for you.
Yeah. It's rookie stuff, isn't it?
It's really amateur hour.
We'll be back with map number 3. Stay with us.
The Digital Pass, your exclusive way to explore the